your girl Jay, the High Priestess. Welcome to Taurus season. Back at it again with the general astrology reading for this Taurus season 2023. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. For free content, check out my Instagram at justj_everything, TikTok at justjeverything, and for other dope shit that I do. My website, justjeverything.com, which I'm hoping to get revamped soon. We're working on it, calling in them wonderful web designers that, you know, do amazing work on the low, or down to trade. If you know anybody, pop in my DMs. Anyone that designs websites professionally, or is just like really good, knows what they're doing. So April showers bring May flowers. That was I'm really just drying my hair, but it worked. I was like, oh, okay. There's like flowers on this one. We're mismatched as hell, but you know, it works. So Taurus season, all the links for everything are also in the description box below, so be sure to check that. In true Taurus fashion, nails done, hair done, everything did. Got a little cat eye going. I was like, we're going into spring, the sun's coming out, you know, I'm a plant mama. And this is the season of I have. Taurus is all about values, possessions, money, simplicity. Senses, tapping into your sensations, understanding that your senses are a resource. Also common sense. And Mercury is, you know, been hanging out there in Taurus along with Uranus and the North Node and Venus. And there's a lot of Taurus energy going on. There's a lot of new seeds being planted. There are harvests that are like ready to pop through the soil, ready to pop up, little planty babies, ready to just pop up. The harvest is coming. And this season is all about comfort and touch, and how can you turn that touch into the Midas touch? Ooh, boop, boop. And only you can answer that question for yourself. That's something for you to dive in and tap into. And connect with your guides about, like, how can you turn what you want, like, what do you want to turn to gold? But also, for those of you who are like, I want everything to turn to gold, research the Midas story, the mythology there. Do you want your loved ones to turn to solid gold? Do you want your plants, your running water, your faucet, you know what I mean? Like, there's something, like, not everything needs to be golden, not everything needs to turn to gold, but what do you want to apply the Midas touch to? What do you want to alchemize? And I feel like the earth is finally showing us not only the embodiment of the April showers bring May flowers, but the transition from Aries I am into Taurus I have. I know, I have faith, I believe that full moon total solar eclipse in Aries at the anaretic degree, at the 29th degree, like the second new moon of Aries season, that started at, that first new moon was at 0 degrees, and then the second is at 29 degrees. Like, from top to bottom, from the head to the toe, you will be transformed. You're going to figure out who you are. You are about to dive into this, like, different, you will have probably already stepped into it by the time you're seeing this, but there is this, or coming into awareness of it, or it's still unfolding. Don't put a timeline on your magic, on your growth, on your development, but just know that, like, we're co-creating with the divine. And these eclipses are what you think, like, you're driving. You think you're going this way. A partial solar eclipse is like, skirt, we're going this way. A total solar eclipse is like, we're going this way. And so what is ahead of you will be shifting suddenly. Where you think you're going in a different direction. The magic you think you have, you're going to be doing something probably different with it than you currently are. There is just development coming in, and development and things suddenly coming in, suddenly coming out about who you are, your core, like also your self-image. You know, and what you know about yourself to be true. The sun is still exalted there. How others see you are going to be changing, but most importantly, what you choose to show the world is going to be shifting. And so on April 20th, April 20th at 10:12 p.m. Mountain Time, 12:12 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the new moon total solar eclipse. I'll do a different video. But this is, I'm just saying, like, who you are is fundamentally different. Who you are will be fundamentally different. There are like core pieces of your foundation that make up your personality that are going to be shifting. And so be willing to be as alive as possible. Be willing to be as open as possible. That same day on the 20th at 2:13 a.m. Mountain Time, 4:13 a.m. Eastern Time, Taurus gets the sun. And we enter the season of the connoisseur, baby. Hydrate, light it if you got it. Not pulling cards for this one. This is just the astrology video. And just to put you on game with the dates whenever you're in that moment, you're like, what is happening? This is what this video is for. And once Taurus gets the sun, we want love. We want affection. We want luxury. We want good things. The quality of life you'll want to improve the quality of things. You'll want to improve the quality of yourself, the quality of the service that you provide. I feel like you'll want the best. And it'll get easy to know, and it'll get easy to do what gets you to the best version of you, especially with all these planets here, especially with the North Node there, especially with Mercury there. There is something big time about all the same person keeps getting on my website from Pakistan. I'm terrified that they're like copying my shit or something. I'm shifting the website. Anyway, that's a confirmation. But on after the 20th, I feel like the practicality, the practical steps, what you need to be diligent about, what you need to be more consistent about, it's going to be just easier for you to know, easier for you to see, easier for you to get there. I will get there. I will get there somehow. I'm so flat. Sorry. On April 21st, we have, after all systems go for 3 months, Mercury will be retrograding in Taurus, and it's the first retrograde after 3 months. And Mercury retrograde in Taurus, I feel like, is going to be fucking fantastic for like getting your shit together. Mercury retrograde in fucking Capricorn kicked everybody's ass. So Mercury retrograde in Taurus, I feel like, is going to be similar as in like what's required, or the kind of like the effort that's required. But just know there is going to be a need to reevaluate your relationship to what you think about what you have, about what you value, what you like your standards, I feel like there's going to be this like reevaluation where like the writing is very much so on the wall. Things will be obvious and clear about like, hey, it's time to go. On May 1st, Pluto retrogrades in Aquarius. It's at 0 degrees still. So there is this like re-exposure to like the void space, or I'm keeping my eye close on Pluto, so I'll keep y'all on game. On May 5th, we have the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio again. And I'll do a separate video on that, but there is this shifting where we're going, and then this lunar eclipse is going to shift how we feel about it. A lot of, I feel like, the heaviness that we've been holding on to, the stuff that's been hard to like get over, thank God for this full moon. I feel like it's going to be just like easy for, not easy, but it's just going to be like this I pray we get emotional relief. I pray that you emotional relief by way of clarity, by way of like being honestly, like honest and brutally honest with yourself, about what it is that you desire, about what it is that you desire, that you want to turn into a possession, that you want to turn, that you want to have. Making sure that the things that you desire, that you're not valuing possessions over people, that you're not treating people like possessions. All of that stuff is going to hit, but we'll go there when we get there. On May 7th, Venus is going into Cancer. And Venus's stint in Gemini, I feel like, was big playtime vibes. And now you're going to want to like, it feels almost kind of like pre-cuffing season is how this feels. And Venus is going into Cancer with Mars. And so I do feel like there will be feelings, and you're going to be like attracting in depth, desiring depth. Sorry, this stool. Desiring depth. And you need to let yourself go deeper. You need to like feel into your capacity. You need to allow other people to feel into your capacity as well. You don't know what your capacity is until you get to experience it through another. And I feel like Venus in Cancer is going to give us opportunities for healing our relationship to vulnerability, healing our relationship to our feelings, letting ourselves attract in feelings that we are motivated to heal, attract in situations. And Mars is giving Venus and Cancer, I feel like, will be attracting in the interactions that are going to help us heal our mother wounds, help us heal the past. And Mars is there to give us like the spiritual, and physical energy that we need to really like shed the weight. On May 14th, Mercury goes direct. The evaluation is over. Take off. Go, go, go. On May 16th, Jupiter moves into Taurus. And so there is definitely expansion in regards to money, but you know what I say? Jupiter likes to test. Jupiter in Taurus is for real. Like, hey, here's the buffet. Like, I'm going to give you everything that you want. Do you know when to say no? Do you know when you're going to get sick? Do you know when to stop? Do you know your limitations? Those lessons are still being learned. But I definitely think that things will be on the up and up in regards to money, in regards to stability, security, you attracting in the kind of stability or security that you're wanting. On May 19th, we have the new moon in Taurus. And new moons are when we plant seeds. You know, I'll do a separate video. But that's when we manifest. And this is about the season of I have. Let shit get specific. Let it be monetary. Let it be not materialistic, but like what does prosperity look like to you? It's time to get more specific about that. What does prosperity, what does abundance, when you say you want to be rich, what would you even do with it? You know, this is the new moon to really like hone in on finances, the body, property, the things that you want to own or possess or have. On May 20th is the last like big transit that we have, and Mars finally goes into Leo. And when I motherfucking say take off, bitch, take off. Mars has been retrograde, was in Gemini from August until March, late March. Mars doesn't do that. Mars moves fast. And so there is something collectively shifting with like our relationship to speed, our relationship to our pace. Respect your pace, learning how to respect your pace, learning how to slow down enough and be willing to think your thoughts, feel your feelings, so we don't think our feelings. And then when Mars goes into Cancer, we can really like trust ourselves to harness our willpower. Leo is a sign of I will. Gemini, I think. Cancer, I feel. Leo, I will. And so there's just like, there's momentum, there's inertia, there's energy building up, and you can't take it. Don't miss the opportunity to let all of whatever the fuck it is for you, whatever's been keeping you down, whatever's been keeping you from trusting yourself or accomplishing your goals or moving at the pace that you want to, whatever it is, it's profoundly emotional, it's profoundly mental. And while Mars is in Cancer, we will be focusing on that so that we can shed the weight and be very instinct-based. Late May, you know. Get ready to take off, baby. Get ready. And I'll see you over on Patreon. Love you. Mwah.